Hello, you're watching the APLCrafts podcast, and this is Vlogtober. I realized in editing that I did not do an introduction on this episode, and I don't know why. So this is your introduction into Vlogtober. So it's a little short and sweet, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next week with another vlog. Bye. I'm 5 minutes into learning how to do a heel flap and gusset toe up, and I already want to cry. Because the pattern that I'm doing this on, it's not a pattern I've talked about yet, but I did show all that DK weight a couple episodes ago. I have deer in my backyard. So I'm doing these socks. What's this pattern called? Forest Spell. And it's a cuff down, so I'm just working toe up like I normally do. But the way they have these instructions written out, I can't figure out how many stitches I'm supposed to have. I don't know how to reverse something I've never done. So I guess I'm gonna watch some more videos. Maybe I can wrap my head around this. I mean, when you do an afterthought heel, you're not adding extra stitches, right? And when you do a short row heel, you're not adding extra stitches. So why do I have to add extra stitches to do a heel flap and gusset? That's the part I don't understand. So, okay, I get having to increase every other row, doing the toe up version, right? Okay, fine. But then they're saying to do it for however many stitches you need for your pattern. I'm going, I'm already converting, and I don't know, I'm not. You know what, maybe it's because I'm hangry. Maybe I should eat and then revisit this. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, so I figured out what part of the problem was. Part of the problem was I was watching videos that were saying that they were heel and gusset, but they were not the heel flap and gusset with the, that you do this way. So that's why I was so confused. I'm like, why does it look this way and not the other way, and all that. Finally, after like an hour or two, I had to rip back a whole heel because it was just the wrong thing. It was frustrating. I finally found a video that's showing me how to do it this way, toe up. So I'm on my way. I'm less frustrated. I'm doing it on DPNs right now, but I'm thinking I'm gonna finish the whole heel first. But I'm thinking I could probably do this 2 at a time on Magic Loop, but I don't want to say that yet. I'm sure some of you already know the answer to that, but I don't want to go there yet until I have a basic understanding on how to do this heel. So I am working on this one now. I got the other sock done for the stitches that I want to do. I hope that's right, because she said to do as many rows as you have stitches, and that just seems a little long to me. I don't know, but by the time you guys see this, I'll have figured it out. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking maybe that is a really short heel and I do need to add more stitches. I've got 26 stitches on the needle right now, so maybe I do need to do 26 stitches for the flap, right? I mean, I can always rip it out again if I need to, right? I already did it once, so yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. So that's the other sock. So that's what I'll be doing today, along with some house cleaning. Try to work some more on the arm of my sweater. Finally heard back from my new wool swap partner, and get that taken care of, get packaging ready for the giveaway winner from my last episode, and yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm starting to make a to-do list for October. I got a lot of stuff to do, so all right. I'll see you later. I'm not going to show you my foot, but I just tried on my sock, and yes, I do have to do as many stitches, as many rows as I have stitches across the needle, which some of you probably already knew, but now I know. and the video that I'm watching, Purl Together. That's the channel, by the way, in case you're curious. Don't know anything about them. It's just a tutorial. Yeah, she's got the sock on the foot, and the heel flat part is what goes around the foot. See, I don't know any of this stuff. So now I know that I do need to knit that many rows. So I went up to 20, so I'm definitely going to have to do another 12, 6 rows, something like that. Yeah. Putting my sock back on. Okay, so now that I know that, and I'm getting a grasp on how this heel works, it's not too bad. I still think I could probably do this 2 at a time, magic loop. But like I said, I'm gonna do this whole sock on DPMs until I get a grasp on it. And then my next pair of socks, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing. And then once that happens, then I'll start making socks for my shop. But I want to make sure I know what I'm doing first before I do that. Because that's the smart thing to do. All right, let's get back to this sock. Okay, so here is the heel, which looks really small. And my foot is supposed to go in there. Yeah, so I'm gonna guess, without having done it yet, that when you increase here, that's making up for the loss of stitches here from the decreases. Is that what's going on? Is that what it is? That's kind of what makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm thinking I added a few extra rows here, but it might still be tight. So I've already written down what I've done and how I can correct it for my next sock if that's the case. So, all right, let's see what I can get done. Break time, I'm making cookies. This recipe is Skip Weatherby, which that's a long story in itself, that title name, and it goes back to when I worked as a baker with another baker who's starting a cookie company. So in here I have brown sugar, cane sugar, some caramel chips, some white chips, almond extract, vanilla extract, coconut flakes unsweetened, vegetable oil with some applesauce, because this takes under a cup of oil, so I like to break it up with a little bit of applesauce. And then in here it's just gluten-free flour with a little bit of almond flour, egg replacer, and baking soda. So I do not have this business anymore, so I don't mind giving you my recipe. But this is a tried and true. This is the regular recipe, and then I just replace the flour with gluten-free. So there you go. Feel free to take all these recipes if you want, because I don't have my business anymore. That was I had a vegan cookie and cake business, and it did pretty well, but then I had too many cats and I didn't want to rent a kitchen, so I just stopped and moved on to something else. So yeah. And if you didn't catch that, it's vegan. So, yeah, actually, funny story. So, my vegan cookie and cake business was by default vegan, and if you wanted something that wasn't vegan, you had to request it. Unlike the other way around, where if you wanted something vegan, you had to request it. So, it was kind of, I did a little switcheroo. And interestingly enough, I had repeat customers, and none of my customers were vegan. So, a little food for thought. That's how good my stuff is. Just putting that out. All right, let's make these cookies. Oh, I also have coffee in there. Instant coffee. That's not in that recipe. I just added it in there. Actually, this recipe that I just showed you is my base. So I just use that as a base, and then I just kind of do whatever I want, because I really like that base. You can just do anything, really, with that base. You want to make a kitchen sink cookie, it's a great base. And it makes a lot. I'll show you how big the cookies are later. But, yeah, how much coffee did I put in there? Tablespoon and a quarter. I think. Yeah. Okay, let's make some cookies. Sometimes you gotta add a little milk. So a couple different ways that you can get consistent coffee sizes, cookie sizes, is you can use this little, if you've got this type of shape or something similar, it's a 1/4 cup size, you get nice size cookies that way. Or you can use a, what is this, a 16 scoop, blue scoop. You can find this on Amazon, and this will give you roughly the same size of cookie. So as you can see, the cookies are about 4 inches across. It's like the size of my entire palm. So, and I got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I ate off of this one. 14 cookies. So not too bad, not too bad. Back to socks now. Well, it's been a morning. We went to the vet to do a medical consult thing on one of our cats. He's got a growth going on, so that was a thing. And made cookies, you saw that. So continuation of the socks, this is where I'm at. I finally got everything back on my circulars, so there's the heel, bottom of the heel. I'm working the decreases now. I was watching my videos when I started doing this heel, and man, the ideas I had about how this heel is going to get done. But now that I have an idea of how this heel is done, it's not so scary anymore, you know. And I'm definitely going to be doing that again. Actually, my next pair of socks after I'm done with these will be another one with a heel flap and gusset. So, yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I got to get my math, you know, where I need it to be for my DK weight and for fingering weight, but I'm hopeful. So now I'm just sitting down with some tea, and I'm watching Martha Stewart on YouTube. It's like right now it's a compilation of pumpkin recipes, cakes and cookies and stuff like that. So chilling, doing that, and cookies came out great. And I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. Don't really care. I'm not cooking this week, so it don't matter. So yeah, I'm looking a little rough today. It is what it is. I know my hair is. I ain't going nowhere, and it's pouring outside, so it is what it is. So what have I done today? Woke up, vacuumed, and then had to deal with a leaking ceiling. Can't figure out if it's the roof or not. Yeah, so it's just gonna be nonstop rain for 3 days, and so the water closet, as I like to call it, it's a little room off the bathroom that just has the toilet, right? It's got a light and it's got a vent. So the ceiling is leaking through the light, and on the outside, like surrounding the light. It's not bad, but it's there. So we climbed up the attic, try to figure it all out, but we can't figure it out because the HVAC system is right there, and there's just all this duct work, and there's no flooring in the attic. So try to figure out where the joists are so you can kind of get around and figure out what's going on. I tried, husband tried, kids tried. We need to have somebody go in there. In the meantime, can't stop the leaking, and we can't tell if it's the roof that's leaking or if it's condensation from the ductwork, because that can happen too. I actually worked for a place where that happened. So yeah, so I'm a little on edge because I've got a leak going through a light in my bathroom. Then, let's see, what else did I do today? I decorated. What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. So I decorated my mantle. I'll throw a picture here. And now I'm doing my nails. I'm letting them dry. I'm going to do a third coat and then we'll be done. It's sparkly red. If it'll show. There we go. And I'm watching podcasts now. Got some listings up on my shop. Yeah. Supposed to go to a margarita festival tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen because it's still going to be raining. It won't be as bad as today, but it's ranging anywhere from 80% to like 60%, and they're going back up to 80%, and it's just, But anyway, my nails are still wet, so I'm not going to touch my sock. But I'm almost done doing the heel. And on my Hello Gorgeous sweater, I am about here, maybe here on the arm. The arm is a little bigger than I would like. I almost want to rip it back. I'm not going to. I think I want to see what it looks like when I've finished the arm and then try it on. Or have it where the arm is like here so that I don't lose any stitches. And then I'll try it on and then see if I want to redo the arm or not. This sweater's taking me forever. It really shouldn't take me this long. But there it is. What else is going on today? I think that's it. Man, I look busted. Wow. I shouldn't have come on. Oh well. Real life. Alright. I'll see you later. So today is September 30th, and I've spent my entire morning bringing a cat to the vet while my husband brought 2 other cats to the vet. The ones that my husband brought to the vet were doing a recheck. So this one, oh my God, I'm telling you. So he has a cyst or something growing on his face, and long story short, he had to go in today for a CAT scan, and the only place in my area that will do it is an emergency vet, so if you can imagine the cost of that. But it'll answer a crap ton of questions to figure out where we want to go, next steps. He's 15 years old, so you know there's a lot of questions that we have, and this CAT scan will answer a lot of those questions with what's going on with him. So I did that this morning, and then so now I'm just going to try to do a little bit of marketing for the shop, and then at some point today I'll be picking up Pete from the vet. That's the one that's got the CAT scan. The other 2 are still at the vet because they wouldn't pee, so they have to stay there until they can pee so we could do a urinalysis. This is my life. This is why I say don't bring any more animals into this house, because this is a lot, you know, it's a lot. So as far as knitting goes, I am 5 inches close to finishing the one arm on my sweater, the Hello Gorgeous pumpkin sweater, and then I can start the other one, the other sleeve. I'm going to put those socks down for a little bit, but let me show you since they're right here. I have finished the heel. So my questioning is, why do I have this 1x1 here, or this slip stitch heel here, but it's not up here? But every time I see somebody else's heel flapping gusset, this slip stitch thing is up here. It's just weird to me. I'm not understanding that. Is that just a design feature? Is that just what people do? Like, do they just not do the slip stitches here, but they do it up here? I don't know. I guess I have to do the heel a few more times in order to understand any of that stuff. But it's done, and now I'm at the leg of that, and I've decided that I added 2 to 3 rows extra on those socks, so they're a little bit big. So I think I'm just going to give those socks to my son for his birthday, because he'll appreciate them. Yeah, this whole week is mostly going to be errands, but as far as knitting is concerned, I did work a little bit on my True Colors shawl. So I added 2 more sections to this, and I'm actually at the point now where this lace section is going to be going over here. So I don't know when that's going to be going on, sometime this week. And other plans that I have for this week is to start the campside cardigan by Alicia Plummer, and I want to start a pair of socks. I'll put a picture up. Summerly monster socks, something like that. Like I said, I'll throw up a picture. So this is like the toe, and then this will be the body. So this red, I don't remember what yarn this is, but this rainbow speckly color is mine. This is one of my pride colorways, and so I'll be doing that and the campsite cardi this week at some point. I'm going to be looking at the patterns for those today, and then hopefully start them tomorrow, but we'll see, because tomorrow I got a lot of running around to do. So so that storm, wow, that storm that came through was no damn joke. Let me tell you what, we were decently okay over here in the Nashville area. There's some flooding, roof damage. I got some roof damage, but man, the east part of Tennessee going into North Carolina ain't no joke. I have 2 friends out there in the Gatlinburg area. One of them is like a brother to us, and it's bad. It is so bad over there. They ran out of water before that storm even really hit. Like, and then just all the flooding and the mud floods, and just all the interstate sections closing down, and it's a huge, terrible mess. So my heart goes out to those people. Crazy. And it was just non-stop rain for 3 days. It's still cloudy out. There's no more rain. A little bit here and there. Rained a little bit last night. Not where I am, but more toward Nashville. It's just, man, it just wouldn't stop. It's crazy. And this storm, just looking at TikTok videos, I'm just like, there's definitely something very interesting about the way this storm came in. I'm just saying. You know, it shouldn't be looking like it should be circling around like a hurricane at this far up inland. Let me just put it that way. So it was just a little bit weird. But yeah, if you're watching, you're out in those areas, I am so sorry. And my heart goes out to you. So I'm going to sign off for today. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff to show you later on in the week. And I'll see you in a little bit. It is October 1st, so I am going to close out this video for the first day of Vlogtober. So I hope you enjoyed this pre-show of me trying to learn a new heel and make some cookies. I hope you enjoyed that recipe if you tried it out. And I'm just going to show you where I'm starting the month of October in with my knitting. And then I will have another episode next week. And stay tuned for that one, because that'll be fun. So I finished, finally, the arm of one of the arms of my sweater. So I have stuff all over this desk. So it's done. I did a little, just a little doobly-doo from this section here. I didn't even do the full section. I kind of changed my mind when I was going down the arm. So I just put a little band there. I might do the same thing on this arm, probably close to the sleeve like I was saying originally, or another thing I was thinking of was maybe doing like the 1x1 ribbon cuff in a different color on the other side. So if I do that, I may do this orange color, this persimmon. That's the Knit Picks persimmon. I may do that, so it kind of gives it a patchwork fall kind of vibe, which I think goes really well. So I'll probably end up doing that. But I did pick up last night for the arm and knitted about an inch. So hopefully I'll get this done within the next couple of weeks. I would like to bring this up to Connecticut with me. That'll be awesome. And sometime this week I will be starting some new projects, but I talked about that already. Where else am I? Color palette, I didn't show that. So I'm almost done with those two. I'm at the second to last color on the color palette socks. This is really bugging me. So I did like 2 rows extra. I didn't realize it on this orange, and it's pissing me off. I'm not ripping it back, but it's pissing me off. But right now I'm on this color, and then I'm gonna finish off with the Forest Floor, and then do the ribbing in this pink champagne on ice. And then these will be done. I want to leave a set of US 2s clear or almost clear when I go up to Connecticut, because my plan is to take a day and go to Skein Yarn Shop in Rhode Island, which is about hour and a half drive from where I'm staying in Connecticut. There are yarn shops in my hometown, but the parking is atrocious, so it's not worth it to me. And I've already been there, so I'm gonna go to a new one. So I'm going to Skein Yarn Shop. That's the plan, and then find a place to eat, and then go back home. But I'm taking my mom with me so she could pick out some yarn, and I'll get caked up there, and then hopefully work on that and possibly finish it. I would like to be able to finish it, so if I can get up there at the beginning of the week, and then work on those socks the whole time I'm there, that'll be nice. If not, I'll just mail it to her, but you know, at least she'll be able to, you know, have a little road trip, pick out some socks and go to a yarn shop. I don't think she's ever actually been to a yarn shop, now that I think about it, because I know I'd never been to a yarn shop until a few years ago, and we were both very avid crocheters. We just went to, where did we get our yarn? Ames, if you remember Ames. That's going way back. Ames. I know at some point I started going to Walmart, and then Joann's and Michael's. Yeah. So I don't even think I started working with anything lighter than a worsted weight until I started getting into knitting. Wow. No wonder why I love fingering weight and DK so much. I've spent my whole friggin' life working on worsted. Anyway, I added another section to my True Colors since yesterday, and that's basically it. So sometime today, hopefully, I will be starting those socks that I talked about, those Summerlee socks, and I'm gonna make those into shorties. So, and that will probably be the pair of needles that I bring up with me, so that I've got a free pair of US 2s available to me, and then I'll just go from there. And then I'm gonna start that cardigan hopefully this week. So, I am wearing, was it the Revival pullover by Orchestra, and I hate these shoulder parts, like the way it's bunched up here. But I have to say, overall, even though I don't like the shoulder parts, and I have a picture on my project page where I'm pointing out, I'm like, this is other than that, this is a very comfortable sweater, and I've lived in this since day one. Every winter I pull this out. I'm just in it all the time. This is my colorway, Delta Blue, and I know I've got Delta Blue in yarn sets in the shop. I don't know if I have it by itself, but I know that it's involved in some sets that I put together. So yeah, so enjoy your Vlogtober. I will see you next week with a fun episode, and I'll talk to you later. Go make something. Bye.